All right, Bob in Los Angeles. In the flex, should I play the resilient and rising Michael Crabtree, the new starter Ronnie Hillman, the need for Snead, or Devontae Adams?
It's a pretty good group to flex in here.
Well, I throw Devontae out, by the way.
Yes, Devontae is definitely out.
He's out for me.
Well, he's playing Carolina, and he didn't look very good, and wait and see on him.
He's a guy on our waiver wire show yesterday. I almost brought up as a wait one more week. He will be on more waivers after Carolina, and then his schedule opens up.
All right, so who is it? This is a tough pick.
It's crab people, man.
Crab people. Well, let's look at the matchups for people. The Raiders play in Pittsburgh. Hillman takes on who? Who does he have? The Colts. And Snead is facing
the Titans.
Snead is a great play this week, and for Ronnie Hillman,
I'm taking Hillman.
Ronnie Hillman, the Cougs came out and he said they're going to continue to split. C.J. Anderson looked pretty good.
This is a Bermuda Triangle here because I'm going Snead.
I already looked at the board here. I
do
don't have
like
the drop.
it's hard for me to bet against Snead. You don't have the drop.
I didn't put the drop in there yet.
Well, then we can't. Then I won't do it.
Oh,
You've ruined it.
do you want me to go try to find it while you talk about it?
Yeah,
Mike doesn't. He's like, I don't want to take this bet because Willie Snead's the best pick.
It's between Snead and Crabtree for me, and it's
Crabtree's been great lately. I just really want to build you up on Crabtree, so you'll take this Bermuda Triangle water bet.
Wait, so the bet would be
I would be taking Willie Snead. You would be taking Ronnie Hillman, and Mike would be taking Michael Crabtree. So we didn't help our listener, but we might have helped the show.
okay. Do you
did
guys
you
want
find it? Yeah, go ahead.
Bermuda Triangle water bet.
Yes. All right. Our first ever official.
Oh,
Bermuda
sometimes
Triangle.
things happen just for novelty, just for the novelty.
Bermuda in all caps.
Let's be honest. I don't want to be betting Ronnie Hillman at any time in the future,
And you have.
and I have. Did I lose?
Yes, I was just
the
gonna say-
Brandon LaFell
You
T.Y. Hilton bet.
Brandon LaFell with his 4 for 48. You lost because T.Y. Hilton got Normand, as I said.
He got rained on and
Yeah,
Norman,
yeah.
and it was gross. All right, that sucks. I thought I was going to go undefeated this
will
week.
also get rained on with a watering.
I see.
Yeah.
Yes,
Very, very clever.
they're super smart.
Moving on.
Matt in Boston. Hey guys, love the show. Been downloading and listening all year.
Hey, thanks, man.
Love the witty banner and the exceptional fantasy advice. Probably in that order. No, hopefully not in that order. I have Julio Jones and AJ Green along with their quarterbacks. Which quarterback should I start this week for the best possible QB wide receiver stack?
Ooh, okay. So Matt Ryan and Julio are playing San Francisco,
Uh-huh.
and
Dalton Green are at
The
home
Red-
against Cleveland.
oof,
Hook me up with that Dalton Green.
yeah.
Give me that Dalton Green. Oh, it's
They're both great.
it's no brainer.
They're both good though.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with Dalton.
I agree. Both good options. The big difference here is the difference between what Matt Ryan's been doing and what Andy Dalton's been doing. That's
Took
what
the words out of my mouth.
That's what's the tiebreaker. So you definitely go Dalton and Green.
Both could have. Mike is right. Both could have huge weeks. You could be talking about the best two stacks of the week.
You could be talking about like T.Y. Hilton or Dante Moncrief.
Blah. That was rough. That was rough for that guy. All right, Kang, like kangaroo, in Grand Prairie, Texas.
Okay.
What do I do with Peyton Manning? Do I keep him and hope he gets better? You're a few weeks late on this, I think. I think it's does he trade him?
I still believe you can get trade value for Peyton Manning.
I still believe Peyton Manning could be all right, but he's a streamer.
I would trade a bag of chips for Peyton Manning.
Like generics or like full on like Ruffles? Or?
No, you were getting no brand name chips from me for Peyton Manning. You are getting bottom shelf, mostly crumpled up.
Some of them green in there.
Yeah, there's probably some moldy chips in there.
We've said this before, but what I would do is I would take one of your middle tier guys or even one of your upper guys, pair him with Peyton Manning, and go and trade to upgrade
Rivers.
that other guy.
Go get Rivers.
Oh, good luck.
Because the Rivers runs through it.
That is so much better.
The river runs through the Murray. All right. Go.
Show's getting away. All right, Jeremy in Illinois. Oh, I did it again. Dang it. I was reading the.
Jeremy in Illinois. I'm a
just-
Le'Veon Bell owner.
Oh,
How much
you
fab
were.
do I spend on D'Angelo Williams? So some people have their waivers run a little bit later in the week. We talked about this yesterday, but in case you missed it, everything.
All of it.
You take everything you have and you spend it on D'Angelo Williams to try and stay afloat.
shout out to a guy from our league, Nick, who 3 consecutive weeks signed D'Angelo Williams Sunday morning before the games.
Yeah, a guy
as,
moves.
as just a maybe something happens.
Yeah, guy moves to out on your lineup. You move him to the IR, and you pick up a guy off of waivers. That's
And
such a good move.
Paid off in a humongous way. So,
Mark Malcolm in Louisiana. Do you think Tyrod Taylor will play Week 9? If not, would Brian Hoyer be a good start? I'm
I'm going to go ahead
struggling
and read
through
the
this.
rest of them.
I'm proud of you, Mike.
This is
I
a
think
bye week
you-
start.
I
Bye week
have
start for
Carson Palmer on
yeah,
bye
play
week.
Tyrod Taylor. He'll be in.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Jonathan in Fort Lauderdale. Charles Clay or Martellus Bennett.
Yeah, so you get the easy one to read.
Yeah, well.
I
Too
like
bad.
I like both of these options. San Diego and the San Diego Chicago game is the second highest scoring in Vegas. So I'm gonna go Martellus Bennett here.
Yeah, I like both these guys, but I would lean Clay with the return of Tyrod Taylor.
It's a coin flip for me, but I'll let it land on Clay for this
I
week.
assume that Watkins and everybody is still going to be out, so the weapons for Buffalo are needed.
Dev in New York, playing in a matchup against Big Ben Roethlisberger. He has Heath Miller, D'Angelo Williams, and Martavis Bryant. Wondering if it makes fantasy sense to play Martavis over Amari Cooper in order to siphon off whatever points don't go to Antonio Brown. This is one of those fantasy questions that comes up very frequently. I think you're playing with fire. If now Martavis might be the better start over Cooper. That's debatable on its own merits, but that's how I would debate the question. Because it can go both ways. It's great when the guy does siphon the points off. It's also terrible when the balls go to Antonio Brown or somebody else, Heath Miller, in the goal line, and you don't get anything from Martavis, and then it's like a double whammy. to
I
me.
always go with the better guy. I don't try and just
Yep.
mitigate it. Like you said, if the mitigation is natural because it's your best matchup, that's nice. But you go with the better player or the better start.
So the question is Martavis or Cooper a better matchup? Cooper plays the Steelers, and
Yeah,
then the
same
Steelers
game.
play,
I would go with Cooper.
Yeah, I think Cooper would be the better play. He would be statted ahead, but I do understand this question because they would be so close to me, in my opinion, that as a tiebreaker, I might go Martavis. But I do expect. I mean, Derek Carr is my stream of the week, so I'm going to stick with Cooper here.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I'll stick with that. Here's a question, a league question from Corey in Alabama, or as he says, Bama. One of the guys in my league has obviously gone AWOL. His lineup had 3 guys on a bye week this week. That's fine and all, but he's got several top-tier guys on his team. How should I, as the commish, handle this situation? Should we have him drop all those guys so the rest of the league can divvy them up, leave things in and no one gets them, or see if we can get him to come back just as long enough to make some trades for the guys we don't want?
Option D, replace him. Find another owner to come in and take over that team. If that guy wants out, then that's what I would do. I mean, if he's got a decent team.
So let's talk about. Yeah, I completely agree with you. That is the best option. But let me throw something out there for you. If you can't do that, I don't think you don't drop them. You don't
No.
divvy them up.
No.
But there's obviously an league integrity issue where somebody should be in the lineup. So is there any automation of this team that you would approach in the sense of, okay, we look at the Yahoo ranks and we just start the guys that are highest ranked on that team for the integrity of the league? Is that do it in reverse and hurt other teams because you're not,
If you can't, I don't think you can get rid of. You freeze this guy's team if you can't replace him as an owner, and you
even
just
with
make
the bye
sure-
weeks and everything.
Yeah, and you just make sure that you put in the best starters based on
Well,
on
that's
the
not
projections.
freeze.
in
Oh,
the
you
s- in
freeze the
system.
roster, but
Yeah.
you still put guys in the lineup for him. What do you do, Mike?
I like the replacing the owner. That's the best option. If that is not an option, then I completely freeze the team. I leave it as it is. You do not adjust anything because
No.
you say
It's not fair then. It's
You
not
least-
fair for these teams that have already got to play pure buys to now going forward, the commissioner is going to run the team.
Yeah,
It
you
looks
can't-
like
you-
it was 1 week though. One guy got to play the
No,
3
he's-
buys.
Obviously gone AWOL.
Yeah, that's just the way it falls sometimes in fantasy. I had a funny story that I wanted to bring up. It's sort of similar to just a league question because someone was asking me about a collusion type thing, and they said a player in the league was tried to add a kicker late, and then claimed the system would not let him put the kicker into the lineup. Something funky happened. I don't know.
Yeah.
It sounded fishy either way. Said so to move on from that player then made a trade with his brother to get Adam Vinatieri, who played yesterday. Okay, so he corrected his own mistake and to get Vinatieri. And I'm like, well, as long as the trade was fair, I don't have any problem with. I don't care if it's his brother. You got to be able to trade with everybody. You can't have.
Don't be in a league with your brother if you can't
You
trade
can't
with
have
your brother.
family connections. Then the guy comes back, says, "Okay, well, I just found out that the brother did not know anything about the trade.
Just logged in and
the person logged into his brother's account and accepted the trade.
wow.
Okay, but here's the question. Here's the question. I mean, clearly that's red flags are everywhere. You got everything is abort at this point. But the trade was Jordan Reed for Adam Vinatieri. What do you do?
Well, just on principle, you can't let the trade go through.
Yes,
And you gotta
That's
punish.
what I said.
You gotta punish the guy doing this
Oh,
mayhem.
man.
He's got to get like a loss.
The story just got better and better.
I feel like he should lose Jordan Reed and Vinatieri and the week or something. Like that is ridiculous. What?
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, listen, you want to win like that? Just go. It's really easy. It's free. Go to ESPN, start a league, invite yourself
And no one else.
and no one else, and you will win
But-
almost 100% of the time.
how did he think he was going to get away with that?
but
Like
on a-
the next
on a-
week, someone would show up and, where's my kicker?
On a real serious note, guys, I need both of your login information just in case. Just in case you guys can't access your accounts or something.
Right, to
And you
help
need
us out.
you need me to do something.
Well, the system can go wonky when you're trying to sign a kicker. Your phone doesn't work. Yeah, I really buy that story after hearing what he did at the end of it. I'm sure this is, oh boy, my phone didn't work anymore. The app's broken. Yeah, okay. You're playing for your brother, too. All right, that does it for today's show. Thanks for listening. Check us out on jointhefoot.com. We will be here again tomorrow talking starts of the week,
Yes.
talking week 9.
Week
Oh,
9
man.
matchup.
The drama, all the injury updates that you could ever imagine. I mean, just hours and hours of them.
Yeah.
All right, just not hours and hours, but we'll give you the big notes. We'll let you know what's going on with guys that might be on your roster, who you need to start. Let us know how you did on Twitter at the FF Ballers in terms of your waiver wire guys that you signed, and hopefully things are going well for you this week.
Yeah, we have some. You can hit the button, but we have some big matchups in our league of record.
Yeah.
The playoffs are on the line.
They're
here.
coming. Be sure to
And-
check out Harry's as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Use that code Footballers.
Money off. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to another edition of the Fantasy Footballers Podcast. Don't forget to visit us on the web at www.thefantasyfootballers.com and follow us on Twitter at the FF Ballers.